And we're good. So, I just returned from this is the end of this is the after show. Welcome to the after show. It's the after show. That thing that you sung before, whatever that is. We just finished Curse of Strahd, episode 11, session 11. And the session went on for a little longer than usual. We had some really cool donations and things, and we went into an encounter when we were approaching the 3-hour mark, and I come back. And she has turned off her video, and her video comes back on, and she is just holding this drumstick like it's a secret object above her face, and just goes, "Arr," like a little turtle. And you just look so happy, and I'm happy you're happy, because it has been one heck of a session, especially near the tail end. Great way to end, though.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of character building moments and a whole lot of RP in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Very talky episode this time.
Yeah, very talky. But hey.
Mm-hmm. I honestly wasn't expecting the conversation to last that long. But
hey, that ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we've talked about this before. How it's like, okay, how much do you want to keep things moving along? And every time you're like, no, I don't mind just RPing for a while, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah. It's like, okay, then I'm gonna give these characters room to breathe and establish themselves and have the moments that need to be had right here. And then near the tail end, when we were doing the objective stuff, it's like, okay, we don't need to RP out the dinner. Let's just
yeah. With main characters, I'm more interested in RPing stuff. With side characters, unless there's something really significant about them, I'm if it's just to convey information, that's more fine. But for someone like Van Richten, I think is an important character. So
yeah, for sure.
So I actually wanted to talk to him instead of be like, Van Richten, just tell me how to kill the vampires. Okay, tell me what you want. Okay, bye.
Yep, and that's it. And that's it. Hey, and there's nothing. There ain't. My window's open because it got really warm in here, and I need to do. It's the after show. Yeah, and
professional streamers.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, there was a lot more emotional moments in here than I had initially planned. Honestly, you going to the winery completely threw me off. Because, you were like, I wondered about that. Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna go to the Ember Temple, and then you're like, okay, I've got all this stuff prepped for the trip there, and the other person was like, oh yeah, the winery's on the way. I want to go there. All right, let's do this.
I wondered whether or not I threw you off. The thing is, what kind of prompted me is I didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know where the winery was, and when I found out that it was like, oh, it's right over there.
Yeah.
I might as well stop by.
Yeah, it was along the way. It was completely reasonable. But the fact that you were wondering means that I did a good enough job on my toes and on my feet to not make it completely.
If you didn't have any pictures or maps prepared, I would have been like, all for this.
There were maps, and full disclosure, that whole thing, like I said before, like that's meant to be like an encounter place where just like there's a bunch of stuff to interact with. There's a whole town and everything like that. It's like, no, but Van Richten said that he was on his way there, and when he shows up, like he wouldn't have just sat around. It was like, oh, cool. Well, I'm here. Why don't I deal with this? And you had already dealt with like the thing that would have made it most difficult anyway, because you'd kill the tree, and it's like, this would have just been busy work at this point. So Van Richten, he took care of the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still really cool that you got a chance to interact with the Were-Raven family. Like there's a whole backstory there, and really cool characters and things like that. That may come back up later or may not, depending on what you do. But yeah, you have decided to go to the Amber Temple. And it is taking you many days to do this. And all the while, Strahd's search and planning continues.
I know. But man, if we do find something useful, I mean, it would have been worth it. But if we don't find something there...
Yeah.
Casimir.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, but you know, like we established, like this just seemed like the most fun route that you wanted to go down, and absolutely, and like
it did seem like the most fun route.
Yeah, and this was one of those moments where, depending on what you did, just a lot of things are gonna happen and change and go around it. And if I were to link, probably you know those have you ever played Dragon Age?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
All of them.
Yay. I'm happy to hear that. You know, in Dragon Age 1, how basically when you go to each of the treaty locations where you're gathering allies, there's basically like one of two things that you can do. And like, depending on what you do, it affects the final battle and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of them moments where, like, okay, depending on what you do, just things are gonna play out very differently for you and your allies and all this stuff.
I know, that's why it took me a long time to make a decision, because now I realized that.
Yeah.
I'm like, we have three options. I can either go to the Amber Temple and force Van Richten to go to Krezk.
Kretsk.
I could force Van Richten to go to Krezk. Or I could go to Krezk and he'll go to Castle Ravenloft, which I'm pretty sure he'll die. Or I could play wine delivery and then go to Krezk, but we don't know what's going to happen if I do that.
Yeah, those stones are the equivalent in those games where you just have collectibles. It's like, but you get them all and you get a really special prize. You got 100% this game, yo. Like those stones at the winery is basically that. Like, you got to collect all 3 magical eggs.
Right?
Don't you want
completionist? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you want all the achievements? Like,
I mean,
that's essentially what that is.
I did one without even realizing it.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't even planning to help them, but like, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wine, man. And there's a lot of really cool stuff there, but I won't get too far into it. But again, you handled those birds pretty good, though.
Yeah. The rocks.
Yeah, it ended up being closer than I thought it would be, though. Like, with the surprise round and everything that happened and all the damage that was done, especially to Kaz near the end, it ended up actually being pretty close. Mm-hmm. Like, if it had gone on for another combat round, I don't know what would have happened. Like, it was at the tipping point where things just start going really bad really fast. It was like right at that turn where you killed that rock. It's like, okay, if this goes on for another round,
it could have been bad.
This could have been really bad. And that was cool, though. You flying down a freaking blizzardy mountain to save Ismark.
Mm-hmm. Very cinematic.
I know, very cinematic. And the usual sight of your character with another person literally on your shoulders.
I know. It's becoming a meme on this channel. Claire is constantly having to carry people. Now Serena is having to carry people. It's ridiculous. But it's just the kind of person I'm just a support player, essentially. I just carry people and they get all the credit.
Yeah. What, you kill Strahd? Ismark! Oh my god.
Ismark, what a hero.
You are our hero. It's like, actually, it's like, everyone praise be to Ismark. Hip, hip, hurrah! Like, and Serena.
Bards will write songs of your heroism.
Yeah, if you weren't the bard, that might be a problem.
Right.
Years later, Serena would be completely written out of this story. and his mark would be given sole credit for banishing the evil Lord of Barovia.
Right, exactly.
Serena died in obscurity. The end.
She was this girl that existed.
Yeah.
She showed up.
Yeah.
She was there. She was a side character, though.
Yeah.
Not really important.
Yeah,
She was cute. That was about it.
Yep, she gets a paragraph in the story.
She was a decent musician. She entertained the party, kept their spirits up.
Yep.
And that's it.
The story of most bards in a D&D party, sadly.
Yeah.
Little do they realize how clutch their inspiration dice go in. And yeah, are your ears okay? Like, I try to hype up a loud moment so you have a minute to just do that. Because yeah, in the stream, it's compressed, so it doesn't blow their ears out. But for you...
For me, I get the volume in all its glory.
Yeah, you get the full screech. Yes, I'm working on my creature noises. I've got a few in the bank, and it's my goal to be able to make those noises without coughing. Because if I'm gonna
vocal damage is you have to be careful about that.
Yeah, for sure. I am being very cautious of that, but while trying to do it, because Dee Baker and Frank Welker, they're so good. I want to be like them when I grow up.
Wow. Yeah. And of course, I'm over here. I still have that extra level in my back pocket I can use whenever I want. I don't know if... The thing is, I kind of want to wait for like a good moment, a good cinematic moment that would be like, she leveled up, you know?
And hey, we won't spoil it in case it comes in the future, but we've talked about some potential times where maybe something spontaneous will happen, the level will kick in, and it'll be really cool.
It'll be really cool and dramatic and amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with this module, it's just not practical to do everything. Just because of how timing works, and that's the thing. Like, you can run this module multiple times and not get everything.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm the kind of player that I want to do everything, but it's not practical for me to do so because if I do that, then Beatrice is gonna kill everyone in the whole land.
Exactly.
While I'm over here playing wine delivery.
Exactly. You're playing for the optional card game with the tavern keep while the kingdom is burning behind you. I need to get all the cards.
I need to get all the cards. Okay, I need to get the big prize.
There is a super powerful item that I get if I win this card tournament.
Exactly.
I need to get all of the
I'll have all the bragging rights.
Yeah, and what are those little Kokiri people called in Breath of the Wild? The ones that give you stamina and health upgrades, and the wooden folks that you find underneath rocks in Breath of the Wild.
Karok.
Yeah, Karok. Say it's like finding all those.
Yeah.
It's like there is a mound of thousands of rocks here. All right, guess I'm gonna be here a while.
Yeah,
just lift up every single one.
I need upgrades.
And that's Curse of Strahd, and one of the reasons why I've run this. I'm just running this with quite a few groups, and just seeing what they do, and it's so great. I love this module. For those of you that have not run this, it's amazing. Give it a shot. It is really, really good.
I'm enjoying it. I really look forward to Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, it is so cool.
I really like playing it. I wish I could play it more, but we play it every other week. But
it builds up the tension and gives you something to look forward to. Because that's another thing. After this is done, what are we gonna do?
Play another module?
Yeah, I kind of want to see where Serena's story goes after this. So maybe we'll transition into another module, maybe Rise of Tiamat.
We'll throw her into another land where she gets kidnapped to another place She just can't go home.
Yeah. Her maybe the next module will kick in when she's on her way home, and it'll be a level 10 to 15 module. Like maybe we'll go Rise of Tiamat after this. I've heard good things about that.
I've never played that one.
Yeah. That could be fun.
That could be fun. Poor Serena is just like, I just want to go home.
But hey, maybe some other things will happen. We don't know. Maybe Serena will just wander in the mists and never be seen again.
Don't talk like that, okay?
Yeah.
That's.
This story's not over. Let's not count our cows yet.
Yeah, let's not assume that she's already dead, okay?
Yes. Or already alive. Let's not assume either of those things.
What?
That's right. Don't assume.
Okay, well, okay, so I had a thought. Like a few minutes ago, I was going to mention it. I was going to say, I'm forgetting something. Something I'm forgetting. What am I forgetting?
Strahd, optional items, Tiamat, death, falling on a cliff, wine.
Okay. So didn't Deanna say that Emilia would be released for a while and she would go kill all my friends?
Yeah.
And we're over here at the Amber Temple.
Yeah, and here you are.
And here we are. That's gonna suck.
Yep. That is a thing. So, we'll see.
I don't know if Serena would have forgotten that, but I forgot that.
Yeah, we'll see where that leads.
I hope not everyone's dead. That would be sad.
Yeah, that would be sad, wouldn't it?
Don't look at me like that. Stop it.
Yeah, but I'm honestly really glad that you went to the Ember Temple. There's the road there is really cool. The scenery is like the change of environment from like deep, dark, spooky forest to like tundra mountain. It's a nice change of pace. It's really cool. Now everything is all like tundry and snowy, high elevation, and this gatehouse is really cool. And
yeah. I just really hope there's something there that's actually worth visiting, because if we go over there and there's just like nothing there, except for spooky monsters.
Yes, Casimir turns to you and says, "Now I can kill you without any witnesses." And he turns into a werewolf.
I knew it.
And the voice of the voice of Von Richten plays in the back of your head. Don't trust him. You're like, I guess they are all bad. Kids, the after school special today is that if you make blanket assumptions on a cultural group of people, they're usually right.
You usually be right.
Yeah. So please, keep doing it.
And then I stab Casimir with Von Richten's cane.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this campaign, though.
Yeah, this is really cool. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And I love Serena in this campaign. Like, I'm so glad I went with someone like her instead of someone like her.
Yeah. The beacon of hope in this land is having a ripple effect, and it's really interesting to watch its reaction on people.
I assume, you're playing with other groups. I imagine the other groups, you probably have had someone that's like a murder hobo that is just like...
So I've got...
doesn't care about anyone, doesn't trust anyone, you know.
So I've run a one-on-one, and one of them, these one-on-ones, should I reveal it? This one-on-one's probably dead. It stopped a while ago, and now I'm playing another Curse of Strahd session with that player that I was playing a one-on-one in, so we're probably just going to do that. But in this one-on-one session, I brought in another player, and this player was an evil character who was a spy for Strahd, and it was basically informing on this other player the whole time. And this
Wait,
other
one?
And it was a one-on-one, and then we brought in another player, and then the campaign died. But
that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And that was really interesting to see how that was playing out, because this other player apparently had been in Barovia for a long time, and Strahd had broken his hope a long time ago, and yeah, it was a really cool dynamic. So, like, they were an evil player, and they were an edgelord, and the character that the one-on-one player was kind of also playing a very glum, serious war veteran kind of a sorcerer kind of a character. Yeah, and you know,
wear black eyeliner.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Like it was more nuanced than that. But I will say it is really interesting to get this beam of sunshine in this game. Like in a Curse of Strahd session that I just started with the other group, one of the players is basically playing Jean Clouseau from Pink Panther. So like the buffoonish investigator. And that has also been super interesting. Like, if you can imagine this character snooping around here in the village of Barovia, where the child was locked in the basement, and like they heard remember the vampire that was locked in the basement, and Father, I'm hungry, and then you went down and it tried to eat you, and then you quickly closed the door on him.
Yeah. The first priest.
Yeah, Donovich.
Yes.
Yep. And so yeah, this person was like walking around with the investigator hat, Pink Panther music playing with the gigantic like magnifying glass, like totally corny. Meanwhile, Irina and Ismark and Donovich are just watching him. It's like it's interesting. So like, you know, going the campy, not serious approach has also been really interesting in this game. It's just great. I love it.
It's great. Yeah. And this is my first time actually playing through Curse of Strahd. And I knew that I wanted a character that was completely different and against the setting. Because I thought it would, bring an element of like uniqueness, and I just kind of wanted to see how that would work out. Yeah. So I like Serena in this campaign.
Yeah. And Strahd is getting some real kicks out of trying to break the spirit of someone like Serena. It is. Good
luck. He's gonna have to try harder than that.
We shall see then, won't we? All right. On that note, tune in every other Saturday on the Roll Call Twitch stream channel for to see what happens next in Serena's adventures. I'm excited to see what happens next.
I'm excited to see what happens next.
We don't even know what's going to happen next.
I mean, apparently there's supposed to be seafood dinner ready, but we don't know when or where that's going to happen. That's going to be. So,
yeah. So, tune in next time, and thank you for watching this little after show of ours.
Yes.
And bye bye. Wait. Let's what?
What?
Oh, you were waiting me. I was just gonna say, let's try to end on a high five.
Like
on the other side. On the other side. On Discord. Other side. So we're gonna high five. Yeah. And then I'm gonna count to 3.
What backwards on Discord? Are we flipped on?
On my screen, this is going toward you. And
interesting. On my screen, you're on this side.
That's really weird. Well, the people are gonna see it from my perspective, so just take my word for it.
Well, fine.
Okay. So on 3, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay. No, we have to do.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that'll be it.